And good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you are watching. Welcome to Slow Motion Broadcasting for round number 8 of Cross Series League Racing, or known as XSLR. We're in the final week of Series number 2 of Season 9 in the Lucas Oil Pro 4 trucks, and we are at Crandon International Raceway. This track features just under a mile and a half of just pure dirt off-road action here in beautiful Crandon, and also home of the Crandon Nationals. I'm Adam Thompson. Joining me this week is Mike Braun, who's running the cameras for us tonight, as our normal producer for this race is actually driving the trucks tonight around Crandon. Mike, welcome to XSLR.
Hey, thanks, Adam. It's going to be a fun night. I'm excited to be here. Yeah, our good friend Josh Wilkie asked me to step in tonight so he could go have some fun at Crandon. This is such an iconic off-road track. So many famous races here, and just watching the Pro 4s, Pro 2s, anything that goes on here. Let Josh have some fun, and I look forward to working with you.
I am looking forward to working with you as well, except the fact that Josh is having all the fun tonight. So we'll have to keep our eye on him to see how well he does. But he is out there for qualifying, and we have a 10-minute qualifying timer on the board. And we'll see what he can do. This is a very technical track. This is something that you just can't fly through the corners. You have to kind of set up moves. You have to set up yourself nicely, get into the braking zones, get heavy on the brakes in some of these corners. And that's what makes it so unique and awesome to watch. Any sort of off-road truck or off-road racing is here. So, but here is, now we're taking a look at Jake Ham. Jake Ham trying to claw himself back into the points after a very rough round at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Was almost in contention to win, and then was taken out in that race and ended up not closing the gaps in the points to Adam Thompson. We'll be talking about the points after the heat races tonight. And Jake Ham right now looking pretty strong here through some of these corners, nice and easy on the throttle. But this track features multiple jumps, again, some technical corners, and we are going to be witnessing some really good action here as Jake Ham gets to the start-finish line here, and we will start his qualifying lap. So also one unique factor about this race, we're going to have a land rush start. So you don't know what that is? Well, you are in for quite a treat. They don't start on the racetrack. They actually start off the racetrack and have to race down into the first corner, not knowing where to go. So if they've not done it once, as XSLR fashion, they have practice races throughout the week to get these guys prepared for the league racing here on Sunday night. So that is something to keep in mind, is that maybe someone didn't make it to those practice sessions. So Jake Ham, though, looking quite good here, as we don't have a time on the board yet. We're waiting for the first one to come through. Joshua Wilkie here, or no, excuse me, that's Adam Thompson, our points leader here at XSLR season number 9. Dominated, well, was one of the dominating forces in the 410 sprint car, as he will go with a 1:17.396. Jim Brewster, 1:18.618. So right now, only 2 times on the board. Derek Folk, I think, maybe will be coming across the line. No, it's Joshua Wilkie, 1:17.984. Then Tyler Coates goes to second quick with a 1:17.653. That 3:96 by Adam Thompson is going to be very difficult to beat. As you can see, guys are about 3 to 6 tenths off of that right now. Derek Folk goes to 1:17.967 as Joshua Wilkie falls down the fourth. Jason Greiter, a 1:19.819. He is looking to improve. He's 1.2 seconds back here at Crandon. Again, it's one of these racetracks that it's hard to find the time. It's so wide, and it's easy to get wide on some of these corners that you really have to throw this truck in, as we are watching Tyler Coates go for a little bit of a ride around the berm. And that is going to affect his lap time, so I do not expect him to get any faster on this second lap. Matt Lass also should be coming across the line here soon. He's at a 1:17.369, and he goes third. Fastest 966 was the final time there. Joshua Sushi, waiting for him. He goes ninth quickest with a 1:21.6, and Jay Cam second fastest, a 1:17.592 on his first attempt. Only a tenth off, almost 2/10 off of Adam Thompson's time, as Adam Thompson is not putting in another lap here in qualifying. So we are going to wait for Jay Cam to see if he can do it, get a faster qualifying time here. Again, starting on the pole in the heat races has its advantages, especially in a land rush start. You're going to be the one who can control the field a little bit, getting into the racetrack and be able to control the pace from there. But now Jay Cam taking these jumps like a man, not getting on the throttle too much, actually landed quite softly on those jumps. Last week he did have one jump that I thought for sure he was going to flip over the truck, and these trucks are very easy, very, very easy to flip over, as we are now under 5 minutes to go here in qualifying. Jay Cam, oh, he goes off the track. He's not improving. Now Andy Kosick, though, he's on a personal best here, and he will come across the line here momentarily, except he is at a 1. Let's see here. Oh, no, he's on it. That was his out laps, and now he is on a push lap, and we'll keep an eye on him. He is somebody who has had good consistency. He just has not been able to finish well. He is somebody I think has potential to win tonight. After last week, he was in the mix, but just unfortunately could not finish the job. As Chad Gross goes 8th quickest with a 1:18.349. Kosick right now, again, green sector 1 here. He is the only person that has not qualified yet. So he will get an opportunity to get a lap time on the board. Sector 2 a little bit down. Gets a little bit wide through there, but gets her settled down as Derek Folk goes with a 1:17.967. So he remains 5th fastest. And now Andy Kosick, one more sector to go, as he's green in sector number 3. There's 4 sectors here, and he's going to come across the start finish line, and he will go 9th quickest, 1:18.693. So it looks like Adam Thompson's time was 1:17.396 is going to stand here tonight. I don't see anybody getting any faster.
In the bids, but he's already messaging me on Discord, so he's pretty confident in his time right now. Go for a ride there. They seem to be liking that inside berm in that section right there. It's a little interesting line right there, but yeah, that's not going to be good for racing action.
No, it is not. And that, unfortunately, will bring pretty much a conclusion unless Andy Kosick has something here. He is getting quicker. He improved in sector 2 from his last qualifying lap. You can see he gets over that jump nicely, gets out to the edge of the track there, the outside portion. Gets the throttle down. I think he went a little bit wide through there. And now, can he find a way to get this lap improved? No, he's down in sector number 3. Got to be at 1:17.396, but I don't think he's going to get it done. No. And he doesn't improve. Oh, he does improve the lap time, but does not improve position. 1:18.394. So 11 cars registered for tonight's race, which means we will have 2 heat races followed by a B main and an A feature. Top 2 from the heats will automatically qualify for the A main, everybody else to the B. But Adam Thompson will be the pole sitter with a 1:17, so 0.396, a very good lap time from him.
If I can get his lap in or not, but I guess he can't quite get on the track, just trying to get a little action, but didn't quite work. Everybody else.
iRacing things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. We got just about 20 seconds left in qualifying as Jason Grider has decided that he just wants to sit. All right. That's fine. I mean,
Showcasing it.
Showcasing that Winnebago logo. So what we got on tap tonight, we got 2 heat races, a B main and an A main. Top 2 in the heats will go to the A feature, and everybody else to the B main. Then that B main is going to mean a lot because that's just qualifying yourself for the A main. So let's take a look at the lineup for heat race number 1. Adam Thompson, Tyler Coates, your front row. Row 2, Derek Folk, Jim Brewster. Row 3, Andy Kosick and Joshua Sushi. Again, just under 1.5 miles here at Crandon International Raceway, home of the Crandon Nationals, which if you have never watched off-road racing before, that is a race I highly recommend to watch, as the grid has gridded up here. And let's take a look here. 5 lights on, 5 lights will go out, and the land rush has started here. Adam Thompson gets off to a great start here, but he's got some company. They're 5 wide, 6 wide as they go into the racetrack, but Adam Thompson had the advantage. He takes the race lead into turn number 1 here, and we are underway. Heat race number 1. Andy Kosick, he'll get into the second spot as somebody's into the wall. That's Jim Brewster. No, that's Tyler Coates who went into the wall. Tyler Coates has now fallen to the back of the pack as he was row 1 starting position. Now Kosick is in a position to lock himself in, but now slide job from Derek Folk on to Andy Kosick, and Andy Kosick is down to 3rd, but he's trying to drag race Derek Folk into turn number 4. And you can see Kosick is not going anywhere. Gets a little bit of rub there from Jim Brewster. Brewster now takes into the 3rd spot. And Andy Kosick, after a great start, has now fallen back down to 4th. And now he's back down to 5th, where he started this heat race. And, he digs himself in off the jump as well. He is not having a good heat race here so far. But now Derek Folk going to put his target onto Adam Thompson here, and that is going to be a challenge here, as Adam Thompson quite comfortable with a 1.2 second lead over the field right now. And you can see Jim Brewster, he is trying to get to 2nd place. He wants to lock into the feature tonight. Sushi as well, he is 2 seconds back off of the 3rd place runner, Jim Brewster. But let's keep our eyes on this battle for 2nd here, as Jim Brewster gets a good run out of the corner, just can't quite make the move happen quite yet. Again, this is a track. Momentum carries you and can help you set up moves. Right now, Derek Folk is the one in charge of this one, as Brewster now only a half a second away from Derek Folk. Adam Thompson, 2.5 second lead over the field. And here's now Jim Brewster. He's got the inside corner. No, he can't get it done, as we are on the final lap here of heat race number 1. 3-lap heat races on this 1.5 mile long track. You can see Adam Thompson just increasing that lead now to 2.6 seconds. And Derek Folk is going to be looking at locking himself into the A feature. Just see everyone right now. Adam Thompson, very calm, cool, and collected drive. He's not really putting pedal to the metal here. Good run out of the corner by Derek Folk, increasing that gap to just almost a second to Jim Brewster. Brewster running out of time here. Only a few more corners to go. You have a short corner like this, and then a long, pretty much sweeper, and then you have pretty much a hairpin. And this race is all over. There's that nice angle elevation change there. Now Adam Thompson, he is only just 1 corner away from locking into another A feature tonight. Last week he did not lock into the A feature. He had to race his way in. But Adam Thompson will win heat race number 1 here at Crandon, here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. Derek Folk will come home to 2nd, 3rd place Jim Brewster. Joshua Sushi will be 5th. Andy Kosick, who is showing as leader. Guarantee you that is not accurate. Andy Kosick will be the 5th spot as Joshua Sushi was 4th. And that will bring an end to heat race number 1 here of XSLR round number 8.
Trucks on the track, it's pretty easy to get gapped out and spaced out, but definitely excited to see what these guys can do to get all of those trucks out there in the final. And like I said, that land rush start, man, that is pure chaos.
I guess we're still racing. Apparently. Not sure what's happening. It shows the white flag. But yeah, showed it for now 2 laps, so I guess that's new. But Adam Thompson's still out in front by quite a ways, but he has decreased the gap to 1.3 seconds. But Adam Thompson does come across the line, and he wins the heat race officially now. Not sure what happened there. That was odd.
Blame the guy that set the session up.
You mean the wet Thompson? Well, there you go, folks. Adam Thompson wins heat race number 1, and Derek Folk is in heat race into the A feature. He finished 2nd. So there we go. There's the final standings. Jim Brister, Joshua Sushi, Andy Kosick, Tyler Coates will go to the B feature later tonight. Let's take a look at the lineup for heat race number 2. Front row, Jake Ham trying to close in the championship battle here on his outside, Matt Last, Joshua Wilkie, Chad Gross, row 2, and the 5th starter, Jason Grider, Jason Grider, and he will be in that 5th spot. And we are going to get ready here for heat race number 2, the land rush start. This will be a 4-wide land rush. Okay, there's 5 cars. Oh yeah, there is 5 cars. There we go. Here we go. 5 lights will turn on. Lights go out and away we go. Jake Ham doesn't get the greatest of starts here, as now Matt Last takes the lead on this land rush start, and Joshua Wilkie rubs bumpers with the 28 with Chad Gross, and out in front early is Matt Last. Matt Last now trying just to stay away from Jake Ham. Now 3 wide through turn number 2 here, and it's going to be Grider who takes the 2nd spot away and going to try and lock himself into the 8 feature. Jake Ham, though, fighting back, goes down the inside, takes that 2nd spot away. Now the 28 of Jason Grider also banging wheels here. You can see everybody just jockeying it out here as we are now officially on the 1st lap. I think that's where the confusion is that the tower thinks we started the 2nd lap. We are actually on the 1st official lap because of the land rush start. So there we go.
I'll still blame the Josh Wilkie jumping up to the 4th spot after that start.
Yeah. Now he's going to try and get around Chad Gross. Less than a second separates the 2. He's actually cut that down by 2/10. Again, top 2 move into the A feature. Everybody else to the B main. Best part is, after we're done with this series, the last 4 weeks of Lucas Oil Pro 4 trucks, we're going to move to Asphodel. And a little bit of wiggling there by Matt Last, getting over that berm. Jake Ham, he's eyeing up his target here and can't quite make the move stick quite yet. He can't get to that back bumper, but gets a good run out of the corner there, and now he is only 2/10 away from the race lead. Matt Last going to have to think about defending here, and now they're side by side across the start finish line. Down into turn 1 they go. This is not the final lap. We got 1 more to go after this. And Last gets a little bit sideways over the berm, and now Jake Ham trying to get down the inside, around the outside, couldn't make the move stick. Now he's trying to go down the inside, goes around the outside, Over the crest they go, and this is where turn 4 is, and this is where it gets a little bit dicey. Cam takes that inside line. Can he get the run out of the corner? No, he doesn't. Now they're still side by side. Over the bumps they go. And J Cam trying to find a way by. He's trying to go down the inside. Good defensive move by Lass. Lass holding on to the lead here. Winning this race puts you up in the front row of the A feature, and J Cam gets over the bird that time and loses a lot of time to Matt Lass. And Matt Lass is going to be riding home in style at this point. And Joshua Wilkie, he is starting to make up that time a little bit here. Gets a little bit squirrely that time. It's a good run out of the corner, though. Good corner exit, still keeping that 0.8 of a second gap. And Jake Cam's got a lot of work to do. Now we are officially on the white flag. There we go. As we are watching Grider, who is in the gotta love some of this technology. So, but Jason Grider is in that 5th spot. Matt Lass is leading. Matt Lass, though, he is under threat here from J Cam. J Cam gets down the inside this time. Can he find a little bit of ground to cover? No, he cannot. Lass still holding on to the lead. The bumps they go. And J Cam has to make a decision. Where is he going to stick a nose in? Where can he rattle Matt Lass? He's finishing second in this race. You're going to be starting in the 4th spot in the feature. And Matt Lass is going to come across the line here. Only 2 more turns to go for Matt Lass in his first start here at XSLR this season. And Lass looking real strong here in the Pro 4 trucks. Here comes J Cam. J Cam tries to go down the inside. He's got a nose there, but can't make the move stick. Matt Lass will win heat race number 2. J Cam second. Chad Gross in third. Joshua Wilkie in 4th. And Jason Grider will come home to that 5th spot. So Matt Lass, J Cam will go into the A feature right away. Everybody else will race again here, coming up here for the B main or the consolation. Even though it's not really a consolation, because everybody moves on. It's a B feature. So this will set the rest of the order here. But Matt Lass, J Cam 1st and 2nd. Chad Gross, Joshua Wilkie, Jason Grider 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and they will be in the B main. So let's take a look at that B main lineup. And your lineup looks like this. On the front row, it's Jim Brewster and Chad Gross. Row 2, Joshua Sushi and Joshua Wilkie, both spelled differently. Andy Kosick, Jason Grider, and Tyler Coates will be in that final 7th position. So 7 cars here as we get a nice, beautiful look at these trees. Up close and personal with the iRacing graphics here. Great tree. 7 wide. Land rush start. 5 lights will come on. 5 lights go out, and away we go. Good jump off the line for Andy Kosick there, the leader. Jim Brewster getting a little bit of up close and personal with the guy next to him. And now they fall into what would be the second to last corner. Or not the second to last corner, the third to last corner. Now they're into the second last corner, and who just went off the track? That was Chad Gross. Chad Gross got sent out wide, and into the pits he goes. So he will start in the final spot on the running order tonight in the A feature, but still out in front, Jim Brewster, but he's got to go to war with Andy Kosick. Andy Kosick, and we are officially not underway quite yet here at Crandon. First lap, now we are underway. So there is 5 laps in this heat race, or in this B feature or consolation race. Jim Brewster trying to defend the lead. Winning this race means you are starting in the 5th spot and having a chance to get. It really doesn't matter because it's a land rush start, but more places you can move up the order, the better. I actually honestly think it's better if you're kind of towards either the on one of the sides during the land rush, not in the middle, because that's where all the chaos can happen. Brewster.
Pinpoint right there when everybody started in the middle.
Andy Cossack, he thought about a move down the inside. Now here they come through that long elevated sweeper. Cossack couldn't quite get the run he wanted. Back in fourth place, Tyler Coates trying to get to Joshua Sushi, but he is also having to defend from Joshua Wilkie. And there is Sushi now. Sushi defending hard here. Does have a little bit of damage, but that is absolutely fine. Now they're side by side across the start finish line. Joshua Sushi doing his best here to keep out in front. Down the inside goes Coates. Coates trying to find a way by in. A little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump there for Joshua Sushi, and he goes out wide. Almost gets punished there. Now Coates makes the slider happen, and he takes that third spot away from Sushi. And Sushi, I thought for a moment there was going to hold on to it, but he went over the berm, got a little bit wide, and now a little bit of bump and run action here as we are 3 wide for this third spot. Over the bumps they go. Joshua Wilkie also into the mix here. But guess who has the better run? Tyler Coates does. Tyler Coates holding on to that third spot. Joshua Sushi looking down the inside. Rubs a little bit of a bumper on the rear end of Coates, and Coates can't hold on to it. He goes out wide. Wilkie, what a move of the race there. Goes over the jump and just sent it. And he goes from 5th to 3rd in just one jump here. Take a look at that. He absolutely sent it. Surprise. Thank God the iRacing damage model did not pick that up, because I think he would have been turned sideways there. But back into live action we go. Now here comes Sushi. No, not Sushi. That is Coates. Coates gets around Wilkie for the third spot. But man, oh man, what a move Joshua Wilkie has, and he has some body panels missing off of that truck. Joshua Wilkie, he wants now. And Chad Gross is not our leader. I don't know why it's showing him as the leader. He is definitely not. It's actually close to being a lap down here. So, some confusion with the timing board. Yeah, Brewster is the leader, according to Lee Cyrus. There it goes. Now it's fixed itself. So Jim Brewster, Andy Cossack, first and second. Tyler Coates in third. Joshua Wilkie in fourth. Jason Greider in fifth. Joshua Sushi has fallen down to the 6th spot. That is no bueno. And now here comes Wilkie. Gets down the inside of Coates. Coates is trying to switch back in. They rub door to door, but Wilkie gets the position and holds on to it, but it's not quite over just yet as they go down into turn number 4. And that turn heavy on the brakes, but Wilkie now able to get a little bit of a gap now. Joshua Wilkie, and making his debut here at XSLR in the Pro 4 truck this season. And he is tearing it up in this B feature. Starting third means you'll start in the 8th spot. So you're kind of closer to the edge of the land rush start, but again, it is going to be still kind of not a great place. You want to be kind of closer to the signs of it. Now we are not on the final lap. This is lap 4 starting now. Joshua Wilkie has a 3.8 second gap, so which I don't think he's going to make up unless somebody makes a mistake in front of him. But Tyler Coates hot on the heels of Josh Wilkie here as we are just moments away from approaching the official final lap of this B main. Again, everybody just racing for their starting spot in the A feature, which really doesn't matter. It's a land rush start, so it's just where you line up in that starting grid. And 11 cars on a land rush start is going to be very, very interesting when it comes time. And I think we're going to be in quite a show. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of accidents happen there, as we've seen some little argy-bargy action. But Tyler Coates with the fastest lap time in this race, 1:18.1, so he is quick. And Jim Brewster currently leading the field, 2.2 seconds. Oh, contact between Coates and Wilkie. Wilkie trying to fight back here. Now they're side by side, and Coates can't hang on to it. It's a little bit loose. Now darts it down the inside. Wilkie tries to switch back move, gets a good run. Now they're side by side across the line, and that is checkered flag. Okay. All right, time. Yeah, Wilkie did get him at the line. Joshua Wilkie takes home the third spot. Jim Brewster is your B-main winner. Cossack in second, Josh Wilkie in third, Tyler Coates in fourth, Jason Grider fifth, Joshua Sushi in seventh and sixth, and Chad Gross, who's over a minute down, will be coming home into that seventh spot. But a good race there. Give you all at home a little teaser of what is about to happen when we get 11 trucks around Crandon.
And the last lap pass there. Crazy action. These guys going back and forth. Josh knew it was going to be a high-low move and got him.
Yep. It was going to be a very difficult move to make, and Joshua Wilkie just put his foot to the floor and made it work. So that does conclude preliminary action here at Crandon, and we're going to give everybody a little bit of a warm-up here. And while we do have that warm-up, let's take a look at the B-main feature results. Jim Brewster, Andy Cossack first and second, third place Joshua Wilkie, Jason Grider in fourth, Joshua Sushi fifth, Tyler Coates in sixth, Chad Gross in seventh. Well, now we got 5 minutes for this warm-up here. Let's take a look at the championship standing. Adam Thompson is your points leader with 142 points as we are in our second series of the XSLR season number 9. Jake Ham, though, in second with 131 points. He is looking to make up the gap tonight. Jason Green in third, who is not here tonight. Andy Cossack in fourth. Ethan Ord not here tonight in fifth. Jimmy Howitt, who's also not here tonight, along with Trenton Kramer, 6 and 7. Chad Gross, though, who is here tonight, sitting in 8th. Kevin Irwin, 9th. Eric Folk in 10th with 51 points. Michelle Lynn, who's not here tonight with us, she is sitting in the 11th spot with 41 points. Tyler Brown, Jason Grider, further down in 13th and 14th. Jason Grider looking up to pick up a big haul of points, along with Jim Brewster in that 15th spot. Stevie Ray, Brad Cathcart, and Robert Gilbert in 16th, 17th, and 18th. Matt Lass, who is sitting on 9 points, looked very quick in his heat race. He is looking to pick up a good haul of points. John Corin has 4 points as well, sitting in 20th. You, Mr. Braun, sitting there with 2 points, and Tyler Coates sitting with 2 points as well, and he's looking to pick up a good haul of points here tonight on the final week of the Lucas Oil Pro 4 trucks. So, as everyone's getting ready, we'll tell you, everybody at home, what's coming up here at XSLR. After this week, we are headed to Charlotte Motor Speedway in the 87 NASCAR Cup Car. So we're doing a little bit of asphalt oval racing. Very, very different from this. We will be off for 2 weeks before that gets started. So we will be off the air here at XSLR for 2 weeks. But the 87 NASCAR is a non-restricted engine. Quite a handful to drive. Now, these drivers at the beginning of the XSLR season drove in a 410 wing sprint car, 900 horsepower, around some difficult tracks. We started that series off at Knoxville Raceway, then went to USA International, went to the toughest track for a 410 sprint car at Kokomo, and then finished that series off at Alcoa. So they already have that feeling of the power behind it of car, but now they have to apply it to a very heavy and very fast 87 NASCAR Cup car. And we actually start at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and then we go to Talladega for that one for the second week, and then Daytona. So 2 super speedways, and then we finish that series off at Pocono. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because get involved with XSLR. If you like this cross series racing action, doing 4 weeks of one car, moving on to another, and then another for a full season. You want to join us here at XSLR. This is some of the best racing that you can be a part of. I highly like it. I was asked to do this purely because of the dirt oval action. I'm a dirt oval announcer in my local area. And I absolutely love dirt racing. And then not only is that, but also I'm a big oval racing guy. But anything that has 4 wheels and is going to go fast, I'm all about it, Mike.
Yeah, no, I agree. Those 87s are and so that's going to be some entertaining action. These are just a good group of guys. And the camaraderie these guys have, they are just laughing and giggling and just going to town. If you've ever been in a practice session with them, hey, just have it. Great group of guys. I acquired my 2 points at Kokomo. Like you said, it was probably the hardest race to do in 410, and I have yet to return after that race. So, but like I said, this is a great group of guys, and I look forward to seeing what these guys can do when we rid it up. These guys, 12 of these guys lined up on a Matt Land Rush.
Maybe. Checker flag is out here in the warm-up here. Everybody just making the final tunes to their car, making sure they kind of understand what line they're taking. And here we go. Let's take a look at our feature lineup for XSLR round number 8 of season 9. On the pole position, the 244 of Adam Thompson on his outside, the 98 of Matt Lass. Derek Falk, Jake Ham will make up row number 2 or 3rd and 4th. Jim Brewster 5th and 6th. Joshua Wilkie, Jason Greider 7th and 8th. 9th and 10th will be Joshua Sushi and Tyler Coates. And starting last, and on that outside line, the worst line of all, the 28 of Chad Gross. So Adam Thompson and Chad Gross, I think, have the 2 best positions here on 11 truck Land Rush. But Adam Thompson obviously has the best position here. Actually, no, Chad Gross does not have the best position. It's going to be Tyler Coates, as Chad Gross will start behind the group here. We are ready to go. 5 lights on, 5 lights out, and away we go. Here at XSLR, the 8th feature at Crandon International Raceway. Adam Thompson, good start there, but Matt Lass is there. Here they go. In onto the track portion here. Everybody trying to figure it out. A little bumping and banging happening. 4 wide, further back, and now 3 wide, 4 wide. Everybody going that crazy around the Crandon International Raceway, and a wreck behind the pack here. As I don't know who that was, but it was Joshua Sushi. I thought that's who it was. But Joshua Sushi got sideways, got turned around, and that really hurt him in this one. Now Matt Lass trying to get around Adam Thompson here. Adam Thompson side by side with Matt Lass. Adam Thompson still gets a nose out in front. Here they go into the next corner. Right before the start finish line, Matt Lass takes the lead, but Adam Thompson takes the inside line, switchback move. And here we go. Officially started here. Adam Thompson had the race lead for just a moment, but Matt Lass takes it away. A little bit loose off of the first corner there by Adam Thompson. Now Adam Thompson getting a little bit of a nudge there by Jim Brewster and Jake Camp. Jake Camp, Jim Brewster side by side as they go through turn number 3. And you can see Jake Camp trying to get around Brewster after they had such a hard-fought battle earlier on tonight. Thompson now trying to get the job done. Thompson in that second spot. Matt Lass, who is in the lead here on his debut here at XSLR. Well, actually, it's not his debut. There's a couple of points, but he is looking for a big haul of points, and tonight he can get those. Jake Ham in the third spot, finally get around Jim Brewster in fourth. Andy Kosick has now moved up into the sixth spot. Right now, biggest mover of the race, or the hard charger right now, is going to go to Jason Greider, who's up 3 spots since the start of this one. Everybody's starting the single file line. You can see Joshua Wilkie in the background there. And now Adam Thompson, he has taken the race lead. Matt Lass and Adam Thompson battling for the lead here. Side by side and down the fastest part of the track here, but Matt Lass just slides out in front. Matt Lass trying just to stay in front of the fast Adam Thompson, and that 244 machine gives him a little bit of a nudge there, but doesn't quite get his cage rattle enough there, just letting him know, saying, hey, I'm right here, buddy. And Adam Thompson shoots it down the inside. Tries to pull up a slider, but got into the front end of Matt Lass. Lass now gets back out in front, shows the same displeasure there, and just returning the favor to Thompson. And Thompson can't quite figure it out now. And now Jake Ham, he is in the mix for the race lead. Battle for the race lead is now official for 3 trucks around Crandon International Raceway. You can see they are just within a few tenths of each other. And there goes Adam Thompson, gets his nose back out in front here, gets a good run out of the corner. And now he is out in front. Here comes Jake Ham, now side by side for the second spot. And he has that outside line with the momentum. Jake Ham doesn't get there. Late on the brakes goes Lass. Lass gets a little bit sideways and gets a good run out of the corner. Adam Thompson 3 wide almost for the lead here, but Adam Thompson gets a better run this time over the bumps. Retakes that lead, but around the outside goes Matt Lass. Now 3 wide for the race lead as they're going over the bumps, and Lass retakes the lead. Now it is trying to battle back. He does not want to give up this race lead. And what has happened to Jake Ham? Jake Ham has fallen back and now down to 4th. Jim Brewster has passed him, and we're back to a 2-car battle for the lead here. Let's take a look at the replay. Jake Ham, good run through the corner, goes over the jump, and gets completely sideways. He cannot catch a break. But he's running well. He just makes one simple mistake, and now he is trying to battle back here. Your running order looks like this. Matt Lass, Adam Thompson first and second, Jim Brewster, Jake Ham. Now Jake Ham into third, Jim Brewster in fourth, Andy Kosick in fifth, Tyler Coates sixth, Joshua Wilkie in seventh, Joshua Sushi in 8th, Chad Gross in 9th, Jason Greider in 10th. Derek Polk is now officially 1 lap down. Must have had an incident further back. But now Jake Ham battling for this 3rd spot here as we have a battle for 3rd and for the lead. Things are getting a little bit spicy on the track here. And you are catching it all here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy this type of racing, because I tell you what, you're not going to find anything better anywhere else. Jake Ham, though, he is 3 seconds away. He's got to make up a 3-second gap to get to the back bumper of Adam Thompson. And that is going to be a tall order here. And he is slowly making that time back up. The gap now, the largest gap it has been here for the lead. It was 0.6 of a second, but Adam Thompson, good run out of the final corner. Now we are at lap number 5 out of 10 here at XSLR around Crandon International Raceway. just see everyone just jockeying for those positions. And this is when the going gets tough and the tough gets going. Is in something like that. I think that's how the saying goes. I don't know. I'm tired. It's a Sunday night. I've been working all day, but I am here absolutely amped up, bumping and banging for this third spot. Jake Ham, Jim Brewster, less than a tenth separating the two. And you can just see everybody, oh, and gets a nudge too. Jim Brewster gets a nudge and Jake Ham gives it right back. Oh, man. The European mind can never comprehend this type of racing. Jake Ham is driving the wheels off this car, trying just to hold on to third. We can see Matt Lass, though. Matt Lass is still maintaining the race lead. This is almost becoming a four-car battle for the third spot. Matt Lass. He is also driving the wheels off this car. And Adam Thompson rubbing wheel to wheel in this race. And Matt Lass gets over the berm, and now that's an opportunity for Adam Thompson, and he can't quite get the job done. Matt Lass right there gets the car a little bit sideways, but now Adam Thompson retakes the lead by just a nose. They're side by side as they're falling down into turn four. Matt Lass without outside line goes to that higher side. Can't quite get the run, and Adam Thompson now takes the lead by 0.4 of a second here on lap number 6 of 10. Oh, man. Everybody going at it. Now Matt Lass right back onto the back bumper of Thompson here, was sniffing that rear end. And contact between the race leaders over the jump. Oh, on that landing, Matt Lass made major contact there with Adam Thompson, got Thompson out of shape. And everybody now calming down. Let's take a look at that one more time. Over the jump, and boom, right on the landing there. Those cars are beat to hell. I tell you what, they are beating each other up here at Crandon International Raceway as we are looking at Joshua Wilkie and Tyler Coates here for the sixth spot here. It seems to be a lot calmer battle than what we're seeing up front right now. But they're jockeying for position. Back and forth they go. Tyler Coates has the 6th spot, then Wilkie has the 6th spot. Just back and forth between those two. As Jake Ham as well, he has now broken away 1.9 seconds from Jim Brewer. So that battle pretty much all said and done. And the battle for the lead is still back on. They're side by side, I think. Yes, they are. They are side by side. Matt Lass has retaken the race lead. Adam Thompson tries to go around the outside. Lass defending hard here, but doesn't cut in front. Lass gets a little bit sideways. Good run there. Now Thompson retakes the lead for just a split second, but Lass, good run out of the corner. Out of turn number 6. And here they go into turn number 7. This is where it gets a little bit hairy. Nobody taking each other out quite yet. It's going to come down to the final lap, I feel like, in this battle here, as we are now on lap number 7. 4 laps to go here in this A feature at Crandon. Just Adam Thompson giving a little bit of a nudge. Matt Lass gives it right back. That is the type of racing I sign up for, is when you're just beating and banging each other. Not wrecking each other, but just giving each other a little bit of nudges there. And what is happening here is that Jake Ham is now 2.5 seconds down from this battle here and trying to get back into the battle for the lead like he was just a few laps ago. You see, that car's seen better days. And Lass, he got a little bit sideways. And Lass does not get the run out of the corner. Now the battle for the race lead, the largest gap we have seen in this A feature since the start. And Adam Thompson now finally in clean air. And he can start putting down those laps. And I think this race might be his at this point, unless Lass has one final trick up his sleeve. And that gap now just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Laps there, all top 3, all the 17 sixes. So these guys are definitely class of the field out in front. Still trying to reel these guys back in. It's not over yet. Anything can happen. We got laps still left to go.
I would say about 2 laps to go here. Adam Thompson, your race leader. Matt Lass. Finally, we are not yelling or getting super excited for the battle for the race lead. Things have calmed down officially now, and the gaps are getting bigger here. Joshua Wilkie, though, trying to get back to Tyler Coates for the 7th spot here in that, or 6th spot, I should say. And that's where things get a little bit spicy, is when they're this close. I think there was a little bit of a bump there from Joshua Wilkie on the Tyler Coates, trying to get Coates out of shape a little bit there. Over the bumps they go. And you can just tell everybody is a little bit tense, I think, a little bit. But now the gap for the lead at 1.2 seconds. So keeping our eyes on the battle for 6. And you can see Joshua Wilkie, he wants that 6th spot. He wants to be able to say, hey, I gained 1 position in this race. I moved up 1 position, and that truck has definitely seen better days. Missing some panels, some crunched up parts, but that ain't stopping him, because he is continuing the race here. White flag in the air, 1 more time around. Here in the A feature, Adam Thompson, your race leader, just maintaining course now after going to war with Matt Lass. And when I say war, I mean he went to war. You can see both those trucks very beaten up on the front of the car there. I think Adam Thompson. Oh, and Matt Lass, he slides out. And this is going to open up an opportunity for Jake Ham, possibly. And it won't. Jake Ham, I thought for a moment there he had an opportunity to close that gap, but it didn't quite happen that way. An unfortunate series of events for Jake Ham. He was in the battle for the race lead, made 1 mistake, got sideways on the track, and couldn't get the job done. But Adam Thompson will come around the penultimate corner and into the final corner. We hope this is the final lap. I'm not sure. Timing tower tells us it's the white flag. I'm going to believe it until it's otherwise. And Adam Thompson will come across the line. He does win here at Crandon and extends his championship lead. Jake Ham will come home to 2nd. And what's happened to Lass? What has happened to Matt Lass? He has fallen down the order. Does he think the race is over? No, he goes into the pits. What in the world? All right.
That's interesting.
But Adam Thompson wins from Jake Ham. Jim Brister will be 3rd. Andy Kosick in 4th. Tyler Coates 5th. Joshua Wilkie 6th. Matt Lass will be 7th. Joshua Sushi 8th. Chad Gross 9th, Jason Greider in 10th, and Derek Folk 11th. They're still racing. Oh, no, they're not.
Nope, okay.
No, they're not. Okay. Well then, I guess that was odd. That was very odd for Matt Lass. So I don't think is there an incident limit on this? That's what it looked like to me, but I don't think it was a drive-thru. I don't know what happened there, but your final results: Adam Thompson wins from Jake Ham, Jim Brewster in 3rd, Andy Kosick 4th, Tyler Coates in 5th, Joshua Wilkie in 6th, Matt Lass in 7th, Joshua Sushi 8th, Chad Gross 9th, Jason Greider in 10th, Derek Folk in 11th. Our hard charger of the night is going to go to Tyler Coates. 5 spots tonight in this one. 5. Wow. That's quite the run up the leaderboard. And he will pick up a good haul of points. And everyone's just destroying their cars at this point in good old XSLR fashion. last week or a couple weeks ago, we saw everybody decide to jump the wall at Atlanta Motor Speedway and seriously got some air. I mean, it got very high, very, very high, and then somehow raced around the Atlanta Motor Speedway on the actual oval part. So we'll have our interviews here in just a moment. Is everybody calming down here? And let's talk to our race winner and our championship leader of Adam Thompson here, Mr. Wet, Mr. Father. Hey, buddy. You went to war. That truck has seen better days in XSLR, but you had to go to war with Matt last. Talk about that one.
Man, it was one of the more enjoyable races I think I've had. Matt was giving me a run for my money. I knew I just had to get around him, which clearly, as you saw, was easier said than done. But once I got around him, I was able to get a bit of a gap. But after I passed him, I was like, "Hey, Matt, what's your incident limit at?" He goes, "I'm at 12." I'm like, "So am I." The incident limit for a drive-through is 16x in XSLR. So we were getting there. We were getting pretty close, but it was an absolute blast nonetheless with Mr. Lass. And yeah, I hope to keep that type of battling up. Obviously, you're not going to be able to beat and bang as much in the 87s, which is what we're going to. But yeah, a great way to end this series here.
It truly was. That land rush start. I mean, you and Matt just started it off right away.
Oh yeah,
and it carried on throughout the race. But you head into the 87 NASCAR with the championship lead here. But now we're going from dirt to asphalt.
Yes,
not just an asphalt. We're going to Charlotte, Talladega, Daytona, and Pocono in the 87 NASCAR Cup car, and unrestricted engine. Mm-hmm. A handful. How are you going to keep this momentum going?
Well, you said Talladega and Daytona. I want you to keep an eye on those two races. Charlotte, yeah, you're still going to get a bit of unrestriction there, especially in the draft. But Daytona and Talladega, I don't know how I'm going to keep it going, Adam. I'm just going to do what I can, to be honest. But yeah, it's going to do it for Dale. But no, it's been a blast so far, and I think we're going to carry that on through the rest of the season. We've obviously got these 87s coming up, which are going to be an absolute blast. Then we got the GT3s coming up too. So that's going to be a total departure from what we've been doing here with XSLR. But dude, no matter what, it's been an absolute blast this season. And hey, Mike.
Hi, Adam.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm well, sir. Good to see you, since you don't reply to any text messages or direct messages that I send.
Whoa, no, not text. I do reply to text messages. You have not sent me a text message, first of all, Mike. Second of all, I don't think we want to get in this argument on air, do we?
It wouldn't be the first time.
No, it would not. No, it's beef. We do. There is some beef. I'll try to look through my text messages and see what you said, Mike. I'll send you some baby pictures. But no, nonetheless, it's been an absolute blast so far, and I think I know what your next question is going to be, so I'll let you ask it.
Who would you like to thank, sir?
There it is. First and foremost, it's going to be you guys. Mike, you've been with me since the start of SMB, basically. So to see you doing what you're doing now with slow motion broadcasting is freaking awesome. And I got to shout out Josh Wilkie as well for doing what he's done with the company, things that I couldn't do because I didn't have the time. Just unbelievable to see what's going on. And you too, Adam, for sticking with us in XSLR. I know it's been a bit of a roller coaster here, and don't worry, because I'm pretty sure you know how to commentate ovals, but I don't know how you know how to commentate asphalt road too well. So I can't wait to see how well you do doing that. But big shout out to my buddy Tyler Bell, who's over here tonight watching on the big screen in the living room. We're smoking some ribs, which I got to go pull off here pretty quick. And to my wife and my baby girl Aspen.
Well, I hope you enjoy those ribs. Please send me some because I'm hungry. But congratulations on your win and dominating series number 2. And we'll see you in 2 weeks at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Adam Thompson, our race winner. Second place finisher, Jake Ham, joins us now in the broadcast booth. Jake, a surprising second place finish after being in third that entire race. Again, we're part of that lead pack battle, made a slight mistake halfway through the race and then just couldn't pull it back.
Yeah, it started off in a heck of a group there. I got hosed on that the start there. I just kind of played it a little bit conservative there, got behind some people there, and yeah, had a few mess ups throughout the race, and yeah, just wasn't able to keep it together. I was really hoping, you know, the front two were going to be battling out just a little bit longer, you know, and it was allowing me to catch up. And then unfortunately there he had a couple mess ups and had a black flag that he had to go in and serve, unfortunately, after that heck of a drive that he had. But yeah, I got lucky there, you know, thanks to Matt for getting the DQ or the black flag, so I was able to get second.
Well, you and Adam are in a championship fight, I think, for the ages, because now we are headed for the 87 NASCAR Cup car. Unrestricted engine. And not only that, we're going to 3 of the tracks that car is going to be an absolute handful for you guys. Talk about the upcoming series number 3 of season number 9.
This is what Adam is scared of. I run that car all the time. So if I am not up here on the podium in first place every single race, I'm going to be super disappointed. So I'm very much looking forward to this once we get to Asphalt Oval, and especially the 87s. That's my creme de la creme, I guess you could say. I run another league with them, so I think it'll have a really good turnout. We'll see what happens.
And Mike, what's our last question here?
Jake, great run today, buddy. And while we're up here in the booth, anybody want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, appreciate you guys for hosting us, and love to go back, watch the stream. Appreciate it. You know, slow motion broadcasting. Absolutely. Adam for XSLR, hosting the league and dealing with us, you know, from week to week. And then charity, actually, that I've been trying to help out, raise awareness for. If you guys look it up online, is Burnouts for Bennett. One of my buddy's nephews is fighting a rare form of cancer. And I can't remember. I think he's like 5-6 years old. And so that's super important. So raising awareness for him. Mike Browning for the awesome paints that he throws out. And then everybody for coming in and watching the stream.
Well, congratulations, sir, on a second place finish, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Thanks, sir.
Jake Ham, our second place finisher. Our final person we're going to interview real quick is going to be Jim Brewster, who's joining us now in the broadcast booth. A surprising third place finish on the podium tonight, Jim. And
I'm a weekend warrior road racer, you know, and a road racer. And I've always said that Crandon should count as one of the 10 best road race courses in the country. You know, I just love this track. Many years ago, I used to run these trucks. But so I just, you know, yeah, I hope I was surprised. I hope I held up pretty well. But I was a second behind those fast guys, and I was just talking to Adam what the tricks are. So he says you really have to get the thing pointed straight. And, you know, I'm doing the road racy, you know, and I'm carrying good apex speed, but I'm losing on the exits, not holding it straight. But anyway, but I always have fun with you guys in the booth on the Weekend Warrior stuff. So I figured I was, you know, all excited to do well enough to get in the booth here.
Well, you got in. You're here. You're officially here. This is the first time we're talking to you. And it just seemed like, you know, you did have to battle a little bit there at the beginning with Jake Ham, and then he just took off from you.
Yeah.
But you also had some great battles in the heat races and the B feature.
You notice I didn't have any battles in the Consti. I sort of stunk up the show there, you know, and I don't mean to brag, you know, I don't mean to be ugly here, but
well, sometimes a quiet race is a good race.
I'm an old fart, and I'm going to look terrible in the next few weeks in the ovals because I've never raced an oval in my life hardly. So you know, I'll be stinking up the back of the pack next few weeks.
Well, that was going to be my next question here. We move into the 87 NASCAR Cup car around not only Talladega and Daytona, but we go to Charlotte and Pocono. So those are the 4 toughest tracks, I would say, for that car. Have you been able to get into the car a little bit? Are you getting some experience with it?
Not at all. No, not at all. Not at all. It's a dinosaur that, that doesn't count as a race car. That's just too barbaric. And but Pocono, remember Pocono has that pseudo road coursey thing. Pocono, I might be comfortable at. I've raced, I think, pickup trucks. I have another crazy league that throws weird stuff at us over the last few years, and I think I've run trucks at Pocono maybe once. But I've never been to Talladega, or I probably don't even own Talladega. So anyway, but it's gonna be fun.
Well, we're excited for it, and I'm gonna let Mike ask the final question.
All right, Jim. Good running today, buddy. And just next week, just send it. You don't need practice. Just it's an oval, right? Go fast, turn left.
Hey, to you guys, I don't know if you know, but I'm one of the admin on the Formula V Weekend Warriors. So come join us sometime. Every Friday night we have an open practice session for our Weekend Warrior race. It's 2 hours, 8 to 10 on Friday nights, and we just go out practice drafting and passing and crashing and try to get it all out of our system before our Saturday race. So please come join us sometime, have some fun. You want to see real racing? The Formula Vs are some of the closest racing anywhere. So come join us.
I can concur with Jim there. And Jim, while you're up here in the booth, anybody want to shout out or thanks up here?
Well, my sister Tam is the biggest Weekend Warriors fan. And I don't know that she has the links for the XSLR. I'll be sending her this replay, and so maybe she'll be in the chat group in our future races. Anyway, thanks for everything, guys. I love the shows. I can't wait to go downstairs and watch the show.
Well, congratulations, Jim, on a third place run, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, good job, guys. See ya.
Jim Brewster, our third place finisher. Well, after an exciting series number 2 of season 9 of the XSLR, we wrap up the Lucas Oil Pro 4 Trucks portion, and we'll get ready for the 87 NASCAR Cup car in 2 weeks here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. Should be an exciting one. And what else is coming up? Well, a lot of the series that we broadcast here at Slow Motion Broadcasting are on their off season, but we do have the Weekend Warriors Saturdays at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Formula V, and then of course in the Formula Ford 1600, and then right here every Sunday at 8:10 p.m. Eastern. You can watch the XSLR series here. And then Wednesdays we have Ray Esports Club Racing League, which I think is on break as well as the Sim Racers group. So, but those are also going.
Don't be cutting my
Sim Racers group. I'm sorry, Mike. Sim Racers group is still going 9:45 p.m. Eastern time here every Wednesday night. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well if you love this type of racing, because we appreciate that. We are trying to reach what are we at now? Over 1,000 subscribers. So we're trying to reach 5,000 subscribers now. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, get this out there, share it with your friends. And we appreciate you all watching from home. And join us here in 2 weeks here at XSLR for the next race here, which is the 87 Cup car. So Mike, very good job tonight. Good to work with you for the first time since I've joined here at Slow Motion Broadcasting. Good job on the camera work. And for everyone here at Slow Motion Broadcasting, my name is Adam Thompson. We'll say good night, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.